might look like a situation chart in the war room, but what it is actually a graphic at a Hong Kong company of the health of the internet. Now, this whole issue of hacking goes back a long way, obviously. You've heard about the hacks on Fortune 100 companies, the Central Intelligence Agency. You know all about phone hacking because of the News of the World scandal, the tabloid scandal in Britain. Of late, hacking has really come home to roost and hit home here in Hong Kong, among other places, because the Hong Kong Exchange, at least their information website, where company information is disseminated, was the subject of a DDoS, or distributed denial of service attack. Network Box is a homegrown company here in Hong Kong just over a decade ago. It was founded by Michael Gaisley, who's an expert in this field and joins us to assess hacking and what does it mean to you. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Good to have you on the show.
Thanks.
How serious was this Hong Kong Exchange hack? If it was just the, information website, it doesn't sound like, they were out to steal anything.
Well, I think that's the really difficult question. We don't know what happened. And to this day, there seems to be two different versions, because we hear the term hacked and the distributed denial of service attack. We hear these interchangeably from different spokespeople from the exchange. And in fact, they're very different animals. A hack could be somebody coming in to do something criminal. They could be vandalizing, they could be stealing data, they could be altering data. But distributed denial of service attack is more about just overwhelming the normal services on a website to the point where it becomes unavailable to regular users.
Has the whole has the whole hacking industry, is it accurate to call it an industry? I mean, it started out with like Trojans, viruses, worms, there was a code red about 10 years ago, but it seems to have gotten worse and worse, and they've actually banded together into groups like LulzSec and Anonymous of late. I believe that it was it Anonymous or LulzSec? Recently they said they disbanded, but I'm sure they're still interested in hacking. Has this whole thing snowballed out of control? Is that why you do what you do and have 1,000 clients or more under your belt?
Well, I think calling it an industry is interesting because it has become largely about financial gain, although in the specific examples that you're using there, I think it's about belief, it's about politics. But most of the hacking out there now is about financial gain. It's not about just, say, hacking or infecting your computer and taking it offline or formatting your hard disk and saying, ha, 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 we got you. It's about coming in and making money somehow. And exactly how it's done in each case is something for speculation. But what's really scary is most of the hacks out there, people don't know they've actually been done. And what can you do about something that you don't know about?
Right. Well, first of all, is there a surefire way to protect yourself? They say that in terms of web security, it is a little bit hit or miss. I mean, it's like, the bad guys are always hiding out behind the trees, and they're always developing some new tools or coming up with some new arrows. So they're a constantly moving target. It's not.
It's an arms race. Yeah. It's definitely an arms race, and in any kind of arms race, you want to be the guy that's 1 or 2 steps ahead, not 1 or 2 steps behind. So at Network Box, we pioneered push technology, where whenever a new security patch or security signature is available, we push it out to our thousands of clients around the world.
So it's not like getting a free AVG application, downloading it, and setting it to auto-update and hoping you're safe. You've got a lot of people here that are online 24/7.
And this is just the Hong Kong part. I mean, we're all around the world. We have security operations centers in the US, in the UK, in Australia, in Japan, in Korea, and so on. I mean, we're all around the world.
Yeah, but do a cost-benefit analysis for me. I mean, with a payroll like this, I mean, if I download a freeware program and I'm like 97.5% safe, that's a lot more cost-efficient than paying. You must charge a bomb to have people here watching over my net security all the time.
I think one of our major selling points is we've tried to make this affordable as well as effective. Network Box security for a 10-person company, you're talking somewhere around $100 to be protected. If you're a 50, 60, 70-person company, you're still talking about just a few hundred US a month. It's less than the price of a junior clerk, and I don't think that's too much to ask to be secured from the internet. Okay,
and I guess you can do that with volume, right? With a critical really mass of clients. I mean, having 1,000 plus people on your client list.
Yeah.
Have we, Hollywood has done, no lack of, movies, scare movies, about how terrorists, cyber terrorists have taken over power grids, nuclear power stations, war games. Remember that movie with Matthew Broderick? They took over the nuclear
You're making us sound old here.
Yeah, well, from the same generation. Have we ever arrived at that, or are the hackers still hacks? Are they still amateurs in that sense? Can they, I mean, do we need to worry about them taking over power grids and, you know, national defense systems and that sort of thing?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of these sorts of things have already happened. How serious they've become, you know, so far we haven't had a massive disaster, but have power companies been affected? Yes. You know, the most famous example, I mean, you've got suspected governments trying to take out other governments' nuclear programs with viruses. So, you know, this is not fantasy here. This is stuff that's happening right now.
So it's happening right around us as we speak.
It is happening right around us as we speak.
And the scariest thing is we don't even know it sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
Michael, on that note, on that cheery note, thank you for joining us on the show. Okay,
Thanks
Michael Gaisley, co-founder, and managing director of Network Box. Watch out for yourself out there on the web. It can be a very, very dangerous place. It's mostly green for now, but that's just for now. Bernie Lau signing out on this edition of Straight Talk.